Okay, here's one with 3 letters, okay? So remember I told you that it's 2 to however many letters you have. So I have 3 letters, so that's 2 to the third, right? So that's going to be 8 rows. And you're like, okay, well, Dr. B, how do I get all of the values? So remember when we did 2, it was 2 true and 2 false. And when we had 1, it was 1 true, 1 false. We did 2, it was 2 true, 2 false. Well, now we have 3, so it's going to be 3 true. So you're going to have 1, 2, 3. Sorry, 4, because it's multiples of 2. Sorry, 4, and then you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. So now that you go down to 4, now go down to 2. True, true, false, false, true, true, false, false. Now go down to 1. True, false, true, false, true, false, true, false. So I hope that makes sense. Sorry if I hope I didn't go too fast. So 8 rows, 4, and then 2. See, 2 of each, and then 1 of each. Okay? And that's the pattern. That'll always be the pattern. Okay? Cool beans? Now, I'm going to do it where I do every column. Okay? If you want to do this way here, feel free. Okay? Just keep up with your steps. But on this one, I'm going to do every column. So let's see what we need. I need a not Q, right? I need a not Q. I need a P and R. See how I'm saying that? I'm saying it so that it sounds more natural. Not Q, and then not Q, and then I have an and I have a P or R. So I'm going to do the P or R, right? And then in my last column, I'm going to do the not Q and P or R, okay? And that's going to be in my final column. Okay, cool beans? All right, let's go through it. So not Q, I'm going to look at this column, right? And we're going to just do the negation of each one, okay? So that's going to be false, false, true, true, false, false, true, true. We did the negation of Q, okay? The negation of Q. Now we're going to look at P or R. P or R. P or R. So we're looking at P and we're looking at R. This will be good to write your P, right? Write your R and then get your answer in the middle, but we'll keep it moving. So we're going to look at P and the R, okay? So I have true or true, right? So that's going to be true. I have true or false, true, 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 false, false or false, okay? True, and then false. Are we good? True, 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 false, true, 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 false, true, false, true, true, false, 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 true, true, and false, false, false. Okay, cool beans? Okay, cool beans, cool beans, cool beans. So now let's move to the next one. So we have our not Q and this. Not Q and this, right? They're the same. We need to combine it with and. Remember, this represents and. They both have to be true in order for the whole thing to be true. So we're going to be looking at this false and true to get that, right? False and true to get that, okay? Let's do that in gold because it's our last one, so last column. So false and true. Well, that's false. False and true. True and true. True and true. False and true. False and false. True and true. True and false. This is our final answer. Okay, so y'all see how that works out when you have 3 of them. You just have to make sure you get your columns going. Make sure your columns are set up for your letters. And after you get that, you should be able to fly through them. Again, if you want to do it where you're combining them like that, then, you know, have at it. Just keep up with what you got going on, okay? Okay, so you should have ended up with false, false, true, true, false, false, true, false.